Okay. So what's in here?
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me. Face to intercom.
Face to intercom, okay.
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, she hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple-berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast. I see why Nyoka tolerates you. Fine, I'll do the talking. By the hand of faith and my own cunning skill, I run this station. The Marauders may have other plans, and since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I have need of you. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the Broker being a dumbass alternative.
I love having Nyoka here for this.
Everyone calls me that, aside from you.
Why me?
You're here, and you're armed, aren't you? The feed's gone grainy, but it looks like you're packing deadly force. I know Nyoka is, for sure. I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate.
Ooh.
They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down again.
How many Marauders broke into the station?
Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep them out in the first place. Already, they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they take down the broadcast equipment, I'll be out of a job, permanently.
Alright, I'll see what I can do. Alright, anything over here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So, I guess we head back to the elevator.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
I am ready. Elevator music time. Okay.
What's that noise? Gonna find you!
If you say so.
They go.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Still a couple of them alive. That's offline, so I can't even look at it. It's not even a real computer. It just looks like one. Okay. And then there's this, which is locked, but I can open that. And then there's this. Environmental controls keycard. Oh, it looks like I can just hack into it anyway. Let's see. Mechanical controls. All sensors currently indicate a standard level of range regarding temperature and chemical composition at the station. I don't want to activate the fire alarm. That will be annoying. So I could basically switch the air off in some areas, if I so chose to do so. Which is interesting. But I think I'll just go and kill them myself. Oh, I wonder if this is the front entrance. Probably is. Oh, here's a computer. Inclement weather warning. Regional severe alert next 72 hours. Chance of thunderstorms. Severe thunderstorms lighting, including lightning strikes forecast across the mountain region. Messages? As stated in my prior 4 messages, there's simply no cause for alarm. I swear to you, Hiram, the situation is under control. What you call a near emergency I would consider a non-event. Yes, a higher energy transmission was used for a too lengthy a period of time. And yes, the generators can't safely support that activity. Yes, and yes, they could have been damaged under load. But the point remains, nothing happened. We caught the issue in time, the engineers involved were reprimanded. I swear on my mom's grave, it will not happen again. Now please cease contacting me for daily updates on the status of the generators. Toilets. What in the black hole were you thinking, Val? At some point, space efficiency means the inverse to time efficiency, and one negates the other. What I mean is, how am I to do my morning business when the toilets are directly facing the open showers? You might like watching fellows scrub their jiggies while you take a steaming dump, but I don't. On the contrary, Theo, not only is it spatially efficient design, but it also encourages simultaneous users to hurry their business. Don't like, don't look, or speed up and move on. After all, the faster you're back on your station, the happier will you all be. Warmest regards, Valley. Oh. Now there's an explanation as to why the bathrooms are always looking like they are. That is actually kind of neat. An in-game explanation. So what is this? It looks important. Like if you hit a wrong button on it, it's gonna explode. That's how important it looks. Okay, so the enemies are over in that direction. Okay.
Good one.
You hiding? You still.
The last of them, I think.
Oh, that was the ringleader, and I just took him out with a headshot. Right then.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You'll hurry on in.
Okay, dokie. Hi. Oh. Ooh. He's just letting me take everything, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take everything. Okay. So, you.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here?
You're not an easy man to reach, broker.
That is the primary goal behind locking myself high in a tower. Some folks don't look kindly on me being a purveyor of delicate information. Phineas must have sent you. He's the only one insane enough to send someone to Monarch to
Actually,
rush
that is
me.
true.
I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
Careful. I know that line. I use it all the time.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. It might take me a while this time.
Why is that?
I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions.
So we kick them off.
Exactly what I was thinking. They hurt us all with their pettiness. Which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood.
Can we cut them off from inside the station?
No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting on their end.
I see. I'll talk some sense
You
into
do
him.
that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience.
Nyoka needs a favor.
Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me.
She's your friend and she's in need. You're the only one who can help.
Tug on my heartstrings, why don't you?
I will.
Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra too.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round 1 of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck.
What's an info broker?
Is that a trick question? Because to answer it, you'd need to pay me. Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. Try me. Ask me anything you'd like. I'll even offer it for free. We'll call it an exchange for your help with the broadcasts. Ask me what you will.
Have you received any broadcasts from Earth?
What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my time.
Boring.
Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price.
What can you tell me about Phineas?
Not much, admittedly.
You must know something about him.
Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history. As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, well, that's a raptidon of another color.
Listening.
I do know this much. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either.
Something else.
Luckily for you,
MSI and the Iconoclast.
They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. What else do you wish to know?
What's the story between the two of them?
You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you I was the true mastermind behind Monarch. Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership.
So MSI would have to stay behind while all the other corporations left.
Precisely. The other corporations were fleeing because of the hazard clause declaring Terra 1 uninhabitable. But MSI had lagged behind, giving Sanjar and Graham an opportunity. Take over MSI, stay here while the other corps left, take over the planet.
So you're the glue that bound them together?
Precisely. Without me, they never would have done more than play revolution in hushed whispers over scuzzy kale ales in the tavern. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured over time.
Why did the partnership fall apart?
Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray.
Curious about Graham's deep, dark secrets.
Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago.
Use some dirt on Sanjar and
Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never be reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights.
What do you mean?
I gave Sanjar and Graham legal information that would allow MSI to own Terra 1 once the other corporations
I think
had
I
abandoned
already
the planet.
did that, but I'm just sort
The
of...
execs had their concerns, but before the matter could be resolved, pirates raided their homes in the night. Luckily for you, I am a veritable font of
Alright,
information.
talk about the board.
There are so many members. Do specify.
Gonna be compromising information on the chairman?
If you try to cite me on this, I will deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared.
Ooh.
MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status.
So the chairman demonizes Monarch rather than welcome it back into the fold.
Exactly. But you didn't hear so much as a whisper of such from me.
Alright.
Luckily for you.
That's enough for now.
How low you seemingly regard my trip. Be a doll and shoot any marauders you spot on the way down.
Okay. So it looks like we're good here and we can just leave. In Emerald Vale. Oh, that's all the way back at Edgewater. You have to give her the food. And that's all the way somewhere else. We still got this. And this is here, and this is here. So I still gotta do these things. Okay. Oh, so now the place is cleared out, you're here?
Only good marauder is a dead or dying one. Slick working there.
So now that all the marauders are dead, you guys are here. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. Okay, so after having a long look around in the quest to see what we need to do next, I decided I wanted to do this one for the, one people. An abandoned lab in Cascadia houses a rich cache of Alta Vitae gas. The password is antediluvian, should get you inside the hidden lab. So, after getting all that information, we can head in here. Which is located in Cascadia, which is that sort of abandoned Rizzo's outpost thing that I found a little while ago. And, so I don't know what's down here. Interesting.
I bet nobody set foot in here since Cascadia fell.
Well, maybe, but I doubt that there's nothing here. I'm gonna go ahead and guess there's some kind of enemy that we're gonna have to face. Oh, I need to increase my lockpicking skill next time I level up.
Nice going.
Okay. So what's here? Signal Ada to land on Cascadia plan. Oh. Oh. Search fuel controls. The closest functioning terminal with refueling authorization is located above the Flavor R&D lab. Messages. From redacted subject. R. See you at the station. From redacted to Chartrand. You will not see me, but I will be close. Continue your research, Doctor. Report to me when you have achieved a mission end state. From Chartrand. I understand we're bound for a secondary job. Will you be supervising our research this time, or will it be standard work from the Shadows routine? From Shorthand to Fall. Thank you for your optimism, Lore. What we're doing isn't easy under the best of circumstances, much less with the board cutting corners. I can promise you that our research will lead to a better Halcyon, even if we have to pay a terrible cost getting there. Okay. Release of research data. You have your orders, Doctor. Your project is too important, too sensitive to allow any hint of it to reach the public. With all respect, I urge you to reconsider your decision to classify our research results on the native fauna of Terra 1. I assure you that we will diligently redact any references to our project or its purpose from any papers we release. We have made several discoveries about the terraforming process affected the Nuclean Raptidon and Manti families. At the very least, allow us to inform our fellow board members that these creatures will perish when O2 concentrations are reduced to 19.5%, a level within human tolerance. It's not about fame or prestige, it's about potentially saving lives. Please. I see. So if they reduce the amount of oxygen...
Captain, a touchdown on Cascadia's landing pad. You'll need to connect the storage tanks to my fueling system, and then initiate the transfer from an authorized terminal within the lab.
Oh. Okay. Kinda forgot that's what I was doing here. Ah. Robots are here.
Okay.
I see. Oops. That was not what I wanted.
Proximity alert.
Whoa. Whoa.
Biology human. Protocol kill all plants. Suspended. Present your Rizzo identification credentials or prepare to be downsized.
Disengage security protocols. I'm not a threat.
Attempting to disengage security protocols without proper authorization is a fireable offense. Priming weapons.
Wait. I'm an authorized Rizor employee. Password antediluvian.
Executive level password accepted as identification according to employee ID protocol A-3501. Welcome back, Doctor.
Oh.
Be advised. Mantisaur threat level is petrifying purple berry.
Whatever does
Please
that
use
mean?
caution. Mantisaur wounds are not covered under Rizzo's health policy. Have a productive day.
Oh. Alright then. Suppose I don't have to worry about this then. It's good to know. This leads back to this room, which makes sense. Another vending machine, and then you. Now there's this door which was barred off. So I can assume that there's mantisaurs freely wandering around here, I guess. Guess that makes sense. Oh. Yeah, okay. I can pick this one easily. Okay.
Watch those traps. These aren't exactly pretty.
Ouch. I didn't really need to do that. Okay. So there's lots of traps up that way. And then this room is filled with something.
Time for a drink?
Okay. That was okay. I'm still hearing sounds of things being here. That's what that thing was. Okay. Anything else? Alright. Free lunch equals best lunch. What are you?
I won't tell.
I mean, I hope you don't. We're in a place that it doesn't really matter what you tell. Let's see. A line fueling system. Initiate transfer of gas. Terminal does not have administrative permissions required to transfer the gas. Access is restricted to Executive Research Focus Group terminal located in R&D labs. Okay. Okay, logs. Archive logs, animal trials. Tom was skeptical that animal trials would yield good data, but I wanted to start small. I wish someone had thought to pack a breeding stack of fruit flies from Earth. Writing them off as mere pest species has limited our research efforts more than once. With approval from CNP, I've made arrangements to peruse the Borst factory near Fallbrook. Cystipigs mature reasonably swiftly. I believe this is the best option available to us. I've done great things with cystipig engineering in the past. Of course, my current project is far more difficult than merely enhancing the baconated flavoring of cystipig tumors. Let's see if I can make the lightning strike twice, this time on alternate tissues. The board has repeatedly denied my request for data from other teams investigating the issue. I'm guessing their efforts have progressed no further than ours. There is some good news. We'll be heading to a town called Cascadia. Apparently, Rizzo volunteered to provide lab space. We could use a change of scene. I'll ask the movers to handle the terminal with care. I'm starting to have doubts that animal testing will yield the results we seek, but succumbing to pessimism helps no one. Okay. Okay. What else we got in here? Ooh. Lovely. So I guess they weren't experimenting on these guys, but they broke in through the wall there. That's broken. What? Dr. Thomas Linwood Ryle, in gratitude. Okay. So this is a person. That's just in here. Okay. Nope. That didn't do anything. So out of curiosity, what's in here? Oh, I can't go in there. That's just where they broke in. Okay. It would have been interesting to find out, but oh well. There's a mana queen in there. That's lovely. Okay, now what are you? Authorized user. Logs. Research notes tissue compatibility, acceptable losses. Chief concern is rejection of the tissue, a problem as classical as a limb transplantation, though obviously on a cellular level. The scale of the problem, though, even with the Alta Vitae bolstering our efforts, the achievement of such proportion has never been attempted or even considered. How do we define a tolerable failure rate when the losses could swell to affect millions? Even 1% is unthinkable. I have much to consider. Project has been reassigned to a secondary lab. I'm told the board is pulling out of Terra 1 and we don't even have time to transfer our research. For once, I'm grateful our livers didn't make significant strides here. I won't forget Tom's sacrifice. Up until the end, he knew it had to happen. If it wasn't one of us, the board would have volunteered inmates from Tartarus. I'll be sure to carry his example to the new lab and the next phase of human trials. Huh.
Like wrapped among the rocks.
What's that supposed to mean?
How did you do that so fast?
Magic. Okay, I need to figure out, is this guy's name Tom? Thomas Lindwall. So they had to experiment with humans on this, I'm guessing? And that's what they decided was acceptable to do? I'm not quite sure what's happening here.